I'd like to start the day with our keynote, Stacey Burr from Adidas and Jen Ohlson. Stacey is the Vice President and General Manager of Adidas Digital Sports. She has a strong background in wearable tech, and she was the founder and CEO of Textronics, the electronic textile company that was acquired by Adidas. This year, Connected World identified her as one of the women of Mobile to Mobile. Please welcome Stacey Burr.
Hi, good morning. I am happy to be here today to share a little bit of some new programming that we have going on at Adidas in the FitnessTECH space, a new partnership that I'll share with you. I wanted to first start out with a little bit of background around the wonderful aspect of sport as it relates to people having a lifelong relationship with sport, although a changing relationship. Let me see if I can get my charts going. There we go. So this lifelong relationship that we have with sport and fitness might be one that we start when we're age 6, might be something that we start when we're 60. And everyone's got different motivations or different interests. It might be training for a favorite sport to be at your peak performance. It might be that you just desire general better health and fitness. It might be that you want to go out at noontime for a run with your friends and enjoy that camaraderie and play and social aspect that we enjoy with sports. Everyone has a desire to be better, to improve themselves, to challenge themselves. They want to be happy, and they want to be healthy, they want to be successful, they want to be ready for anything. And the point is, everybody's got different goals, different people, individuals are all seeking different aspects, whether it's to look good, to feel good, to reach a new personal best, or to reach some new level of achievement. At Adidas, we are interested in helping people reach that goal that they aspire to on their individual fitness journey and helping them elevate their sport and fitness performance. So we've got people coming to sport and coming to fitness from different backgrounds, with different physiologies, with different levels of preparedness, and with different interests and passions. The one thing that we believe and agree with is that the benefit of personal coaching and insight, somebody that knows you and your individual capabilities, your weaknesses, your strengths, is how to elevate you to your best. So we believe in personalized coaching and training. We also believe that working with expert coaches is a way to reach your best. Adidas has been really involved in both training at the elite level and the consumer level, helping people throughout that fitness journey. So at the elite level, best might look like the German national team that won the World Cup soccer tournament this past summer. That group trained with the Adidas Elite My Coach team system to help them achieve their best at that elite level. But if you look at this group, meeting your best and achieving your best might be making that 7th grade basketball team. You know, if you look at these young men, they have different heights, different capabilities. They're coming to that sport with different skill levels. And how a coach knows how to train them to reach their personal best is a little bit of a mystery. To have them all do the same thing, that might not make the most sense. But we need to put tools in place to help these coaches and trainers create these customized programs for each person so they can reach their personal best, because we know one size does not fit all. So if you look at various goals that people have in gym class, it might be these kids playing dodgeball like gladiators. If you look at contestants on The Biggest Loser, they really have the grit of Olympians when they're trying to reach their goals and objectives. For that high school state football championship, that's as important to them as winning the Super Bowl or playing in the Super Bowl. For somebody finishing their first 5K, that's as meaningful as someone finishing the Ironman. And if you look at aspiring pros, they are about to embark on a potentially life-changing journey in terms of their relationship with sport. So our goal and our belief at Adidas is that everyone can benefit from individualized expert training. And the way that we see that happening, we have a large product line of products both at the elite level and the consumer level. They all center around coaching at the physiology level or the skill level. We have a heavy emphasis on heart rate training as our one of our core platforms in terms of how we think people should be trained from a physical standpoint. So it's wrist devices, it's smart balls, it's sensor embedded clothing, it's apps, it's speed and distance trackers, and activity trackers. And we believe that it's really fundamentally not about training as hard as you can, but training as smart as you can, whether you're young or old, male or female, whether you're elite or recreational. And we believe that this philosophy of training individually and in a smart manner makes sense to be applied at the gym class, the physical education level. And so today, I'm going to have Jen Ohlson come up and join me. Jen is the co-founder and president of Interactive Health Technologies, and you'll hear a little bit more about that. But today at CES, we're announcing a partnership between Adidas and Interactive Health Technologies around bringing heart rate monitoring tools and customized curriculum to kids in the education space, in gym class and physical education.
For 66 years, Adidas has written stories for empowering the world's greatest athletes.
And I hope to be one of them one day. I hope to go to college, go to the NFL, and be in the Hall of Fame.
I really want to go to professionals and play on Barcelona.
Well, I hope to make it to the NBA, but I realize that the chances are much greater that the kids in my generation could get heart disease or diabetes because we're not working out as much as a society.
Come on in, have a seat, have a seat.
If I had to say the future of my generation, I would say PE is where it starts.
We've had the IHT Spirit System for the last 3 years. The very first year when we piloted the program, the girls were getting used to it, loved the emails. I had some parent feedback from that. And just over the years, it's grown and grown and grown. And they love the instant feedback from, when we tag out and I send that information through, they get that email even at their lunch, and they're sharing that information with their friends. And just being able to have that data in front of them and look, I achieved my goal, and they get so excited about that. And for them to come into a PE program where it's just the average kid and they can feel like those rock stars, they can feel like they're really doing something with themselves and be motivated to continue to work out.
All right, just a reminder, as you are stretching, your goal for today is to get 20 minutes in the yellow, 4 minutes in the red.
I like that it tells us how we're doing in PE, because before I never really knew how I was doing, if I was doing good or if I wasn't doing that great.
I think that they're really cool in that you can work harder each time to get your heart rate up, so you're exercising more.
It's teaching me how to be really healthy, really fit, and take care of myself.
I love PE because it's so active. Your heart gets pumped up, and you just stay really healthy.
When you bring together the innovation and the expertise and just the influence of the Adidas brand and couple that with the leading assessment technology and education in IHT, with a combined shared mission of empowering individuals to reach their full potential, it's really exciting what we're going to be able to create with our partnership.
So just make sure that you are remembering those things and remembering to keep your heart rates up and to burn those calories off. So this is helping you prepare for your future as well.
The importance of Adidas coming in and supporting the IHT Spirit System and our PE programs is going to help our PE curriculum, our PE programs nationwide, just step it up a level.
Although we don't know what the future holds, we do know that not every kid is going to grow up to be the next superstar. There's an athlete inside each of us, and each of our children deserve to live the healthiest, happiest lives possible. At Adidas, we believe that giving kids an understanding of their body via heart rate and how it responds to movement
We'll be setting them up with an appreciation for exercise they can hang on to for life. If we can get our young people on a path to self-manage health and to provide them with the right tools to become the best they can be, we're on the right track. Our partnership with IHT is going to empower us to help make the future brighter for all.
I'm going to graduate in 2020, and when I walk across that stage, I want to be as healthy as I can be.
If I'm giving myself advice 30 years from now, I would say stay fit and healthy.
All right, let's see the goal. All right, that's all right, that's all right. High fives, high fives.
I tell myself to really care about kids.
Okay, it's my best. Woo!
I would probably run every day and work out and eat healthy so that I can live as long as I can.
As a nation, we have got to be all in for PE.
All in for PE! All in for PE!
So we are very excited today to announce our partnership with IHT to really get at this great opportunity to help transform and improve the health and fitness of kids in gym class, that first moment where most kids have their introduction to sports and fitness. I am going to turn this over to Jen to talk a little bit more about the IHT system and the pioneering work that they've been doing in the education market. I just, I'm proud to say that Jen is the co-founder and president of IHT. She's an extremely accomplished athlete, both in her youth and today, multiple sports with many, many accomplishments. She was a sportscaster for many years, a accomplished filmmaker, and created the kids' fitness documentary, Health Needs a Hero, and an author in the fitness space. So Jen, I will turn it over to you for a couple of minutes. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much, Stacey, and thank you, Adidas. We're really excited about the partnership that we're creating. We founded IHT in 2011 and implemented it into schools in February of 2012, into our first schools, with the mission of empowering individuals, empowering young people to self-manage their health. We know that the fitness tracking industry is crowded in the consumer market, but our kids who have, we basically, their fluency is technology. So integrating that with young people, we saw an opportunity to really reach the individuals who, if they learn that behavior at an early age and can have that awareness day by day, year by year, by the time they graduate, they've taken that ownership and that autonomy that's so necessary in our preventative health care to keep us healthy for a lifelong journey. So we started our program in February of 2012. We're now in about 700 schools across the country. We serve about 1,000 plus teachers that use our technology every single day, and over 250,000 students a day are wiring up with our heart rate technology called the Spirit system. I'm just going to tell you just a little bit about it and the purpose behind it, because our company was built on great purpose. Education is much different than the one-on-one consumer industry. It's taking massive group training, and it's working with the institutions of physical education, and meeting that educational institution needs of our schools, and then also providing that instant feedback for kids takes time to kind of figure out. So we knew that meeting kids where they lived was really important. As Stacey mentioned, I was an athlete. So when I grew up, I literally just stepped onto a team and I had instant friends. I never had to work for friends. But our kids in physical education, they may not be the ones that are those elite athletes that are on the soccer team, that are playing football. They may have that hard time trying to get that group camaraderie that's so necessary and that social interaction. So physical education is a place where we have to be. We don't have to do an after-school program, and we don't have to work out on the weekends, and we don't have to go to the gym, but we do have to go to physical education classes. So we knew that by making this the foundation of building that health awareness, we knew that home was the best place to build the foundation of health, but school is the most logical. So meeting kids in that physical education class with the empowerment tools that we can provide them, and connecting them, again, through the fluency that they speak. As an athlete myself, I basically went outside, and today I don't need any help. I mean, I have technology, I wear my wearables to get me to another level. But, you know, our kids, their fluency is not health today. We all know the health trends that our kids are going through. 1 in 3 students, young people, are obese, setting us up for cancer and diabetes and all of the health problems that may come down the line from workers, the future workforce of America. So connecting to them early and getting to them literally from kindergarten through 12th grade, being able to track and support them through the technology that we've developed and building that support system around it, encouraging that positive group training through those individual settings. Some of our classes in physical education are 120 students. So the people in this room trying to fit into a gym class and having one teacher trying to manage all of us, it's impossible as a teacher to try and manage that in a 45-minute or a 30-minute class period. But with technology, with the heart rate system that we've developed through IHT, we're able to make every student matter every single day. We've also developed what makes our company unique is a curriculum. So it's not just about having a one-dimensional heart rate tracking system. It's about bringing in an innovative curriculum and bringing in the ability to surround that student in mind, body, and spirit. So not just the physicalness, but how are we bringing out the emotional well-being, and again, that group camaraderie. So our curriculum, which we're excited as well with Adidas to partner with, is to infuse even more heart rate curriculum into our training, into our current curriculum. So it's about getting to know your body and how that responds. It's about helping students take ownership for their health. And the biggest thing that we've really had to work on since we started this company was making it simple. As we mentioned, schools usually have 30 minutes to get dressed, get their PE uniforms on, get their technology on. So making the system so simple. Kids literally come into class, they tap their monitor onto a little reader. It gives them a goal of what the teacher expects. Blue is your low intensity, yellow is your moderate, red is your vigorous. So students instantly know what's expected of them. One of the things that's missing in our educational process and in life in general is that deferred gratification. We want everything so instantly. So we've been able to bridge to have this deferred gratification to say, gosh, you've really got to work for this, and taking that ownership onto themselves, but then giving them the instant feedback. So as soon as class is over, both the parents and students get an instant email of how they've done, comes right to their phone. So if your students were using the IHT Spirit system today, and they just finished gym class, you could get an email right here in Las Vegas of how they did, how many calories they burned, how they did against their goal. And what that does is around the dinner table, your conversation is all around health. So parents say, hey, how was math class today? It was okay, I didn't do much. What'd you do in science? Not too much. Well, I've got your data right here of how you've done in physical education class. Now we've started a conversation around health that goes beyond the school classrooms and the school walls. It's that instant feedback that connects all parties. So it's about surrounding that student. Again, what we do is when our students come into kindergarten, our assessment technology allows us to track them from that first moment they come in. So when they graduate, they literally can have 12 years of their entire health history in one spot. And it's not just connecting the fitness data. What also makes our company very unique is that we connect all the dots. We connect with student record systems, and we realize that heart rate doesn't stand alone, and math doesn't stand alone, and parents don't stand alone, and none of these entities can do it by themselves. We've got to bring all the dots together. So we've become sort of a glue for school districts, not just helping that individual student, which is our most important asset and our most important customer, but it's helping empower those teachers and bring accountability into physical education and validating that. It's helping administrators. We've partnered with school districts like Washington, D.C., D.C. Public Schools, and they've said, we're not going to invest in another product that doesn't complement IHT, because what we're able to do is we're able to show that the health of a child can improve those math scores and academics. The partnership that we're announcing today with Adidas is exciting. It's bringing in a corporate partner that has that influence and the empowerment and really synergizes with our goals at IHT. We're going to start with a challenge program. What we've been able to do is help students self-manage their health, and we've done a great job of that, of giving them that excitement and that inspiration. A challenge program is going to start this month where schools across the country, those 250,000 students from across the country, will be competing against each other and competing against themselves from Riverside, California to Boston, Massachusetts to Orlando, Florida to Austin, Texas, where our company is based. And being able to have that data connect all students. It's never been done in physical education where we're able to have that crosstown rivalries from across the country. So the Adidas Spirit Challenge program will allow us to give motivating rewards to students for having perfect attendance, for getting their heart rates up in class, and then the data that we're able to capture from that individual, the class, the school, the district levels, to be able to have some real power to show the value of what physical education is doing and its importance within the school day. It is a lifelong journey that we're trying to create. And what we know and what we realize with technology is that if people don't learn how to do it for themselves, it's just not done. So we've got to have that empowerment in that individual, and we are really excited about the partnership that we're making with Adidas, and we look forward to just an incredible year of elevating our schools and elevating our kids' physical fitness within education.
Thanks, Jen. You know, for a lot of people in this room that have been working in the fitness technology and tracking space, you know, some groups focus on the professional athletes, some focus at the consumer level. I think it's really nice to sort of round out the story and hear what you guys have been doing in the education market to bring our kids into that health orientation as well. So we are very excited to be working with you.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think, you know, as we look, we've had a big evolution in the last several years around the technologies, the sensors, the ability to get these devices on people, to see it extended into the physical education environment, I think is a logical extension. And so for us to be able to work with you and to intercept our young people at their first experiences with sport and fitness is a really great opportunity and very worthy. Gym class is a great place to do it, to form those lifelong relationships with sports and fitness. And by bringing that expert, customized insight that we derive from the technology to help each individual student reach their personal best is what this program is about. So thank you for the time this morning. We appreciate being able to share that with you, and we'll hope to be able to give an update as it unrolls over the next couple of years. Thank you.
Stacey, can we take a few questions?
Sure. Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So if you guys have a question, please raise your hand and we'll get you a microphone.
Thank you. Jen, good morning. As a fellow Austinite, congratulations.
Thank
you. I had a question. You clearly know that it's about the data, and we see such a lot of wearable tech, just each guy developing their own ecosystem. Nothing is compatible with each other. Can you tell me more how the Me Coach is helping you motivate the kids above and beyond what you're already doing, and how that's going to accelerate that?
How the heart rate tracking system helps motivate kids?
More so than without that.
Sure, absolutely. Well, as I mentioned, you know, many of our gym classes, the average size is 50 to 100 students. And so when you have one teacher trying to manage that, it's literally impossible. We've always gone off of kind of a site overview, and that's very difficult to do. You know, I may run an 8-minute mile. Another individual may run a 20-minute mile. In the past, we've had this incredible piece of technology called a stopwatch in schools, if you've heard of it or not. And so the teacher will hit start, and we'll all wait for the athletes to finish. And then all of a sudden, the kids that are running the 20-minute mile are slow. And how do we know they're not working just as hard? It is impossible to know that. In the past, what we've done in physical education is we've said, you get an F, my athletes get an A, and you failed. And all of a sudden, we've got all these adults that now are adults, and they don't like physical education. And unfortunately, they're, you know, in Congress, and they're like, hey, I remember PE, I didn't like it. So what we're doing is we're leveling the playing field. What this does is it makes everybody matter, whether you're the fittest athlete or you're the least conditioned athlete in our schools. And that is something that is impossible to do without technology. So that personal personal motivation, the most important thing any single one of us can hear is our name. So when we personalize it and say, gosh, Jen, you've done a great job, it really elevates. We've seen the acceleration from that awareness and that motivation, that catalyst that brings this heightened awareness to that.
Hi, I'm Steve Tennell, ConnectedRock.com. I looked to find more information about your partnership. It's not online. Could you talk a little bit more about what partnership means between Adidas and IHT?
Yeah. So this morning, the press release just went out at 8 o'clock, so there'll be a little more information available there. But the partnership really entails a closer relationship in terms of developing curriculum for schools. Jen talked about the challenge in which Adidas will be sponsoring some of the motivational challenges for the students, rewards and incentives for participation and for successfully elevating heart rate and participating in gym class. We'll also be looking at devices down the road as well. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Any other questions for Stacey or Jen? All right, thank you very much, ladies. It's great.
One more.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, one more.
Just a quick one. You mentioned that it measures heart rate, but also calories. So is it multiple measurements or just heart rate?
It's heart rate, it's calories, it is, basically just heart rate is our main focus on it, but calories as well. And again, it takes that heart rate data on a daily basis and can correlate it to the academics. So it takes that effort and brings it into the overall school day.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
One more. One more. Last one.
Okay. Are we good?
Do you have time for a last question?
Sure.
I'm sorry. Yes. How is it correlated with academics?
Our software allows, it's an assessment measure software, so it takes the daily heart rate through the tap in and tap out, then goes to cloud-based technology in our software, and we've got an assessment piece of our software that allows teachers to customize anything they can dream up to measure. So they basically, through a template, set what they want to measure, whether that's reading or fitness testing or attendance or tardiness or behavior, and then allows them to customize it, pick a unit of measure, and then brings all the data together through our application, through the software.
All right,
and then,
now, thank you.
Yep, that's it, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.